Society has no trouble controlling us. Do you want to take charge and be responsible for your life? No, you don't want that? Very well, then others will take control of you. There are plenty who will. The media, politicians, lawmakers, authorities, global trends, collective influence, television. Someone will always step in to govern you. You will never be left alone for long. The moment you give up self-governance, someone comes and says, "Let me control you," both outwardly and inwardly. And that's just external control. There's also internal control, far more powerful. If you don't want to govern yourself, then Rakini, Dakini, Lakini, Hakini, all the worldly deities rise up and say, "Excellent will govern you." Gochari, Kachari, Dikchari say, "will govern you." The 5 Kanchukas say, "will govern you." All the impure tattvas proclaim, "will govern you." In truth, a human being is always being governed, at the level of the subtle body, the causal body, by subtle divine forces, by prana, and by external information and the world around. Dharma is the art of becoming free from all these types of control and moving toward self-governance. It is the art of understanding the tools of Dharma so that we can begin to comprehend ourselves, the energies within and without, and learn to define the meaning of our lives in connection with God, to gain wisdom and strength through that connection, to understand divine laws. Sometimes this requires tapas, the cultivation of inner qualities, study and training. This is the process of mastering the art of managing your own life. Dharma must bring real results, and that result is your ability to govern your own life increases. You begin to awaken, even if slightly, as a self-aware sovereign of your own will. Above all, this self-governance is not about external control. There are those who follow the path of external control. They say, "Fine, I want to control my life. I need to be rich, powerful, influential. I won't let anyone control me. I'll control others, build a company, create a corporation, rule over it all." But in truth, this is a great illusion. Sooner or later, it ends in emptiness and fear, because the external leads nowhere and the mind continues to rule. The invisible laws of society and the subtle world continue to govern us, and all external rulership, all the paths of kings, maharajas, and rulers of the world end the same way, just like the life of a beggar. It is all in the end a grand bluff. The real question is, how do we learn to govern our mind? How do we take control of our inner energies, all the inner shaktis that control us? That's where true self-governance begins. External tattvas can also gradually be brought under control. Mastery over the 5 elements, independence from society, the manifestation of one's own Shakti. These are consequences of unveiling the nature of the mind and gaining mastery over one's own intelligence. As we try to govern our lives, we discover that true governance cannot come from the ego or the mind, because ultimately Ishvara, God, governs everything. And the governance of our lives depends entirely on how deeply we realize divine wisdom and merge with God. Ego-based attempts to control one's life do not truly work. Real self-governance must be rooted in the realization of God's infinite consciousness. As the Yoga Vasista, Book 6 on Liberation, says, Vasista continued, "In time, through continuous inquiry, observation, and equanimity, or by birth-born purity, true knowledge arises in the wise one who sees reality in all things." What is this true knowledge? It is the knowledge of the emptiness of all phenomena, the knowledge of the empty nature of the mind, the playful nature of reality, the knowledge of the supreme source that unites the outer and inner worlds. Brahmajnana, knowledge of Brahman, the Absolute. It is said, people know saints, saints know Brahman. There is Atmajnana, the knowledge of one's higher divine self, and Ishvarajnana, the knowledge of Ishvara. These 3 aspects, Brahman, Atman, and Ishvara, are in truth one, but are distinguished for the sake of explanation. When a yogin concentrates on the transcendental truth, beyond the senses, beyond the 5 elements, beyond all manifestation and creation, on Brahman, and when that realization becomes deep enough to result in complete merging, this is Brahmajnana.